good evening, and welcome to another Hearthstone video. And today I've made a choice. I'm gonna play Druid. I'm gonna do ranked. I'm gonna see how far I can get. And I'm gonna completely redo this deck. I'm not happy with it. It was very good, but since then I've obviously unlocked a lot more cards. And now it needs to be better. So what I'm doing is making a new deck, and basically I'm hoping that this deck is going to be a winner, and I'm going to try and make it very, very balanced. I'm hoping that this allows me to get to a point where I can win a good number of games and progress through the ranked system. Now, I'm just trying to think of a way to balance this deck between, obviously, spells and cards. Well, spells and actual physical cards. And I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I love that card, especially when you've got quite a healthy deck on. Give your characters Savage Raw or Bite. I'm gonna go for Savage Raw too. Right, now I'm gonna go for cards. Right, I've only got in there, obviously, the Druid of the Claw, which is not enough. So from here, where do we go? Right, a good number of wands, which is I'm going with that, and a Lepino. Demi wands, potentially more, depending on how I feel this deck balances at the end of picking and what I've got left over. So I'm going to balance it very early, and I'm going to make sure that everything I pick is in a good position. So I'm going to get a few of each, right up to 8, potentially a 9, depending on what legendaries I decide to put in the deck. Now, I'm a massive fan of taunts, or things with taunt. I really like taking the damage away from the Druid and being able to do stuff with him. So, now we're into 3s. Now, the way I've got this set up, I've got 4 taunt cards out of 8. So, again, the taunts at 3s are also nice. Flesh Eating Ghoul is one of my favourites. Very, very good card, especially if you've got a lot of low level cards, low mana cost, because as they die, you're laughing, really. I've got 3 positions left, so I need to redo this. I need 2. I don't want 2 of that. I want 2 Starfalls. Starfall's nice. Right, I need 2 4s. Now where do I go from here? Do I go damage for my 4s? I think I probably do need to go heavy damage for 4s. Dark Iron Dwarf. And possibly not a Storming Knight. He's not balanced enough. I need something a bit better. Chilling Yet is nice. Right. Oh, take the Snapjaw out. Right. So 6s. Not sure yet, because I do have Ragnaros and Alexstrasza. I'm gonna put both in. Very, very. That might not work at all, because it's a massive risk doing that and potentially then not having such a good mid game. I don't have any 6s or 7s. I've got 4s, 3s, 2s, and 1s. But I'm gonna roll with that for ranked and see where it gets me. Anyway, I'm gonna do 1 match, and that's my deck. I'm gonna keep this deck for at least. Oh, that's the priest. I'm gonna keep this deck for at least 5 games. And I'm going to see where I get to. If I win 4 out of the 5, then I'm happy. If not, I'm going to fiddle, because I know there's various ways that I can do this and potentially get the same result, which is either win or lose. Right, so I'm against a priest. Now, I don't like playing priests, especially with a lot of the priest cards that are out there at the moment. They do manage to of a hell of a lot of damage. Right, I'm going to get rid of... I'm going to go with that. Now... right, I got my grunt and I got my... That's not bad. I could potentially get a really good start here. Can summon a 3-2 Panther early. It's not a bad thing. What I am going to do though is get him out straight away. And next turn I'm going to use my Druid to attack the priest. I'm hoping that the way I want this to work and the way I do as much damage to the priest and try and avoid his cards for as long as possible. So he burns his mana crystals every time on healing himself. Now, that's interesting, seeing as though... Is it worth a straight swap? Yeah, it is. I don't mind swapping that, doing 1 damage. And he might... I want him to heal. I just want him to use his mana to heal. He probably won't. Depends on how long he's planning on this lasting. I mean, at this level, or if he spam heals and tries to get like at least 3 more cards in his hand while I'm burning them, then he's in a good position to keep healing and get a much stronger card hand than me because I'll have used the majority of mine. There, he's got his 4 out. Right, okay. Balls. Right, okay. I'm gonna risk this. Bear form, 2 health and taunt. Right. I'm going to arm up again next turn. No, I'm not. Next turn I'm going to summon my flesh-eating ghoul. And then get my bear to get a kill. Buff the flesh-eating ghoul. And then hopefully I can get the flesh-eating ghoul to a decent position. Savage Roar, high amount of damage. Also got Power of the Wild as well that I could potentially buff the flesh-eating ghoul and the bear. Let's see. See what he does. I mean, I've got to take into account that he has Shadow Word Death, I think, or Power Word Death, one of the two. Kills everything over 5 attack, which means this guy... Sorry about the cough. Jesus. This guy could potentially become useless. He could get to the point where he's that powerful, he just kills him. Alright, well played. Very well played indeed. Okay. Right. I'm going to use it next turn. That's okay, but they removed the taunt, and like I said, I'm a massive advocate of taunt. You can get a lot of cards that the ability is taunt rather than anything else, and it works just as well as any of the other ones. Like, they do same damage, same higher health usually. I mean, they're not all like that, obviously. It's quite a generalisation, but let's see where I'm at. So wait and see what he does. And does the hut do anything? Oh, I know I can. Bye bye. And speed you up as well, because this guy's doing nothing. Silence a minion. Well played again, but that's his 2 silence burned. Direwolf Alpha. Right, okay. There's his heal. Right. He suddenly has quite a strong deck. Right then. He suddenly does have a very strong deck. Right, so he's healed again, and that's fine. Six damage to you. You're forced to attack my grizzly. There's another 1 damage to you. Right. So, for Abusive Sergeant just costing 1 mana and being able to give someone +2 attack, and he's a 2/1. Again, he's for 1 mana. You can't go wrong with him. He's one of the better 1 mana cards. I love him. He's a brilliant little card. As his heal again. That's interesting. I haven't actually seen that before. At the start of your turn. Oh, okay. You will die. And now I am on health advantage with the 3 armor, and I've got card advantage with getting another player next, and I've got 3 minions on the field. In fact, I'm currently in a very, very strong position. But as this is Hearthstone, this could all change in 2 seconds. And like I said, I'm currently sort of at the end of mid game, getting into 7s and 8s now. And like I said, my deck isn't heavy with 7 or 8s at all. I think it might be Power of the Wild and Savage Raw next turn, unless I get one of my nice big cards. And I hope it's not Alex Straza, because it only reduces the health to 15. And with him being on 17 already, it would be a bit of a waste. And I haven't had Alex Straza that long. I'm not actually... Oh! There we go. I think he might have been able to play on, but he knows what's in his deck more than me. Right, well, that was a nice little win. I cannot moan at that. That served quite well. Anyway, that was another little episode of Hearthstone. Thank you for watching.